Hi everyone, it's Andrea and we are here in the studio today to learn how to sew a patchwork backpack. I designed this particular bag out of necessity. I like to take short hikes up a local mountain, and I recently discovered the joy of hammocking. And so I want something that's fun and colorful but super lightweight in case it gets wet or dirty. I can just toss it right in the washing machine and it'll be ready next time I need it. So I designed this fun patchwork backpack. It takes 40 4-inch squares. It has a zipper top closure, and I used macrame cording to create this strap. You certainly could craft fabric straps or even get really creative and use whatever you have around the house that might make a cute little strap. Heavy duty ribbon might even work for this. There's lots of fun things you can do. It's designed again just to roll right up, be tossed inside of another bag, stored in the car. It is going to be perfect for any active adult or young person who likes to take their water with them and a few accessories. I have created a complimentary design specification sheet for this project. It's not terribly difficult, so you don't really need that much in the way of written instructions. I'm going to show you step by step in this video how to make this cute little bag. And then if you follow the link down in the description, you'll simply input your name and email address, and then I will deliver to you a complimentary copy of the specification sheet for this, which gives you the pertinent details of the project and a link to this video. And this is handy because you can download the document, it's a PDF, save it to your computer, and then when you're looking for future inspiration, you'll have everything you need in one spot. I give you the material requirements, the finished measurements, a few inspirational photos, and then the very basic order of operations, I call it, just to jog your memory. And then you will reference this video for the step-by-step instructions, all right? So if that sounds like something that would be useful to you, please do follow the link down in the notes and grab your copy today, all right? So shall we get started? All right, so first step in this process is to treat yourself to a delicious green smoothie. I like to put a lot of spinach, some mango, pineapple, fresh ginger, raw honey in mine and enjoy that while I sew. So I have this awesome wooden crate here, chock full of my favorite remnants, and I have cut those into 4-inch squares. And I have a lot of pretty choices here that I've collected over the years. And then I have pressed those squares and laid them out in a 4x5-inch grid, and I had enough that I could double that up, so I have 2 of each, so 40 4-inch squares in total, and I have arranged those in a pleasing configuration, at least to my eye. And then I'm going to use a 1/4-inch seam to join the rows, and then I will connect the rows to create the panels. And in total, I'll have 2 panels, one for the front and one for the rear. So that's what I'm going to do next. So I have my rows pieced together, and then I have pressed all of those seams over to the same side. It doesn't matter which side you choose. Just make sure that you press all the seams over, and then you're going to take these nice pressed rows, and in the configuration that you enjoy, you're going to position those right sides facing, lining up those seams, and then stitching down that right hand edge to join using the same 1/4 inch seam allowance. And then you will continue to build on that until you have 5 rows and 2 panels. So I have 2 beautiful patchwork panels that measure approximately 14 by 18, and I am now going to cut out 2 whole cloth panels for the interior that are the same measurements, 14 by 18. Alright, then I want to fashion 4 little tabs which are going to be used to thread the backpack strings through. And so those are going to be 2 by 4 inch cuts of fabric. So I just need 2 of those extra squares to create those. And then I'm going to take my 4 rectangles to the pressing board and press those in half long ways, and then bring the outer edges inward to meet on that center press line and press one more time. I am then going to fold that over and press to create a little 1/4 inch strap. Okay, I have my 4 1/4 inch by 4 inch strap tabs all pressed. I'm going to run 1 row of stitching down each of those so that they are finished. These tabs are going to get staggered like a V, and they're going to get positioned 2 inches down from the top and 2 inches up from the bottom on each side. And the clips are a good choice for holding these in place. You're still going to have to adjust them ultimately when you get on the machine deck, but you do want them staggered, and the reason for that is then you can capture more of this little tiny strap tab in the exterior seam. So the top of that stagger should be 2 inches from the top panel, and then the bottom ones should be 2 inches from the bottom of that panel. And you do want them fairly level, so you can verify that with your eyes there. You can measure twice if you like. And so once these tabs are positioned here on the one exterior panel, go ahead and go over to the machine, and using a 1/4 inch seam allowance, stitch over and back stitch over each of those tabs to secure. So now I have the tabs secured at the top on each side, and at the base at each side there is a little bit of an overhang on the tabs, and that is totally fine. In fact, that will make it a little more secure, because if you throw this in the wash over time, those tabs won't fray away. So you basically just want to make sure you can fit a finger into those loops. Then the next thing that I want to work on is installing the top zipper on this. So I have an 18-inch double pull YKK purse zipper here, and I like the double pulls for this project. This zipper, as you can see, is a little long for this project, but that's okay because it's no problem to trim right through these nylon teeth. So determine what is the top of your panel, and then position that zipper right sides facing down. Center that on there, and then you will bring over one of your interior panels and position that right on top there. So we have our zipper sandwich, which is the patchwork panel, right sides facing up, zipper teeth facing down, and then our lining panel, right sides facing down. And I'm going to clip right across there, making sure that the zipper tape and the interior and exterior panels are all aligned at the top. And then I will stitch right across there to attach all 3 layers. Okay, now when I open that up, I have my zipper there joined to one of the patchwork panels and one of the interior panels. So I want to fold this up by pulling up on that open edge of the zipper tape there. And so now my interior is right side facing out, and my exterior is right side facing out, and I have the remaining edge of the zipper tape across the top there, and I want to take my second patchwork panel and position that right sides facing on top of that so that the top of that is aligned with the zipper tape. And I'm just going to hold that and flip it over here. So now my lining is facing up, and I'm going to bring my remaining lining right side facing down and position that on top of that. So I have recreated the zipper sandwich on the opposite side. So that goes exterior right side facing up, zipper tape, teeth facing down, interior right side facing down, and I'm going to stitch all the way across there. Alright, now when I open that up, I should have both of the exterior panels right side facing up, my zipper pulls visible, and then what I want to do is position this so that both of the patchwork panels are right sides facing, and both of the interior lining panels are right sides facing. And I want to tuck my zipper towards the interior, line up all of these edges, and you can put a couple clips in place. Okay, and now I have a long rectangle here, and I am going to be stitching across the base of the exterior all the way down that right hand edge to the bottom of the lining. I want to come in 2 inches at the bottom of the lining, then I'm going to back stitch. I'm going to leave a generous 5-6 inch opening in the base of the lining. Start stitching 2 inches in from the left hand side of the lining. Then stitch all the way down that lining and all the way down that exterior until I meet up with where I started stitching, and then I will back stitch. It is important now to unzip the zipper because we are going to turn this bag through the hole that we left in the base, and we will want access to those zipper pulls. So the zipper pulls are on the exterior, so now is the time to open those up. I'm going to use 3/8 of an inch seam allowance, and I'm going to back stitch well again over those tabs that we installed. So I've stitched all the way around the exterior, down the right and the left hand sides of the interior, and then I have a nice generous opening in which to turn this project around. Before I do that, I'm just going to go ahead and trim off the excess zipper, and then I can reach inside and go ahead and turn this cute little bag right side out. I want to poke out the corners of that interior, and then I want to go ahead and reach in and poke out the corners of the exterior as well. Now is a great time to make sure that you haven't missed any seams because it's still really easy to fix. So take a look, and if you are satisfied with your stitching, then go ahead and turn that opening so that the raw edges fold in, and press that well, and then stitch right across the opening of that interior to seal that up. Okay, I have the opening closed in the base of this. Now I can go ahead and fit my lining inside of there. This is so darling. It's going to be absolutely perfect for my hikes. I love that it's lightweight, colorful, and I really appreciate this zipper top closure on there. So again, this is another opportunity to just make sure that these tabs are good and secure and that you are satisfied with your stitching. Then the next step here is to cut our rope straps, which we are going to thread through these little tabs here so that they can be used as backpack straps. So I have some macrame cording here, which you can find at the craft store. It's really soft. I love the natural color of it. It goes nice with this, but it comes in lots of colors as well. This is 4mm. I have 25 yards. I'm not going to need near that much, but I'm actually going to be using the rest of this to make a rope bowl over at Studio 365 this month. So I suggest you buy 4 yards of this or one of those packages, and you will have plenty. And then to thread this, again, you're going to start at the top tab near the zipper. And at that point, you can bring that all the way through and just leave enough overhang there that it spans across the top of the bag. There is a little piece of tape on the end of this that makes it very handy for threading, because the other end is already starting to unravel. We will be knotting this, so as long as you don't handle it too much, you'll probably be okay, but the tape is a good idea. Washi tape will work too. So I'm going all the way around this, across the base, up that bottom tab, and then up the top tab, and I'm going to go around it one more time. So each tab will have 2 passes. And then it ends at the top there, and I'm gonna go ahead and align those ends and then knot this well, and then I can go ahead and trim that. This should fray beautifully. You can see how that is already fraying right away, and I do have a little extra in case I ever have to re-knot that. And then because I have loop this through each of these twice, I have a lot of options with these straps here, so I can loosen them or tighten them as needed, and this will make a really cute little hiking backpack. I know that the contents would be secure because I have the zipper on the top. It's super lightweight, so if it gets wet, it will dry quickly. Another really fabulous idea, if you want to wash it, is turn it inside out and zip up the zipper as far as you can, and then this will act like a little self-enclosing laundry bag. So let me get you some measurements on this. Finished. It is 13¼ inches across and 17 inches tall. So it's a great size for a summer backpack. So I want to thank you for sewing with me today. I hope you'll take a minute and grab your copy of the specification sheet. This one's free of charge, my gift to you. This is a very simple project. It was designed out of necessity. So in exchange for your subscription to the channel, a like on this video, and maybe even a nice comment down below, I'd be happy to share with you the pattern measurements for this project, very concise written instructions, the finished measurements, and then a link to this video tutorial so you can save that document and refer to it in the future. You are also welcome to share this video link with your friends so that they can also get their copy and make their own summer backpacks. So I will see you next week. We'll make another inspired sewing project, and sometime in between now and then I'll be popping in just to share a little studio update, let you know how my studio challenge is coming along and whatever else is happening. So until then, as always, please know the creative genius in me will be celebrating the creative genius in you, and I hope you have an awesome week. I'll see you in the next video.